Hi, it's Kata. As part of my Know by June, I am giving some much needed love and attention to my current collection. I have over 250 dolls, and I gotta say, not all of them are my favorite. Some were thrift rescues or impulse buys, or they just didn't vibe with me after a time. Like the dolls that I'm going to show you today. These were definitely my bottom of the shelf dolls until I gave them a total makeover. And now I kind of love them. So I'm going to show you the before and after of 10 of my dolls, including for some of them the process I had to go through to get them to really shine. It includes 3 character dolls, my David Bowie Barbie, my Squiggy doll, and giving Weird Barbie a total non-weird makeover. So come along with me and see how these turn out. First, we have a Dolls of the World Princess of China. Love this beautiful outfit on her. Dolls of the World always have a gorgeous representation of their culture, but I kind of wanted this girl to be able to attend a different event. Plus, as you can see, her hair is coming out of that really specific style, and I could have tried putting it back in that style, and I still might someday. But first, I really wanted to give her a makeover. Here she is now. Look at how beautiful. So her hair was indeed a real challenge because I think it was designed to be in that lovely updo that she had, but I wanted her to wear it down. And it was very difficult to get it to lay flat. But one thing I absolutely loved is that she has these short side bangs on either side that really gives her sort of a modern look. And look at this gorgeous dress. This belongs to a Silkstone Barbie, the black and white forever, and it just looks so beautiful on her. Look at her gorgeous, gorgeous face. I love that her cheeks are so flushed. She has such a beautiful look. Now she's ready for the ball. Next we have the David Bowie Barbie number 2. Now, I bought this doll brand new when she was first released, and what I really love about this doll is the outfit. It's so Bowie in Berlin. But over time, I've sort of changed this doll in and out of these clothes and realized, there wasn't much else about this doll that was speaking to me. So they definitely got pushed aside. Until, look at my gorgeous Bowie Barbie. At first I wasn't crazy about this hairstyle. It's very layered, almost kind of a mullet, but in this outfit, it just looks so edgy and classy, especially because the rest of her outfit still has an element of that sassy edginess to it. With this tulle overlay, these cute, sassy integrity boots, this short leopard print capelet, a little bit of belly showing, and these great earrings. Next, we have a Fashionistas Barbie who represents people with alopecia. And for a while, I had this doll representing one of my horror movie film dolls. So she was representing Vasquez from the movie Alien. So she's got a real mask look to her. And I had dusted eyeshadow on her head to give her a little bit more of a buzz cut look. So that all needed to change. Because this girl went from military chic to Fifth Avenue shopping day. Look at how beautiful. This overcoat looks so good with this dress. She's got this awesome Chanel-esque handbag, beautiful shoes, big jewelry that are actually her original earrings. Unfortunately, I was able to get that coloring off of her head to put her back in her original look. I love that she has no hair, but she also looks fabulous in this gorgeous matching hat. I think this is one of my favorites. Definitely going back on the display shelf. Next is a My Scene doll that I recently got at a toy show. I believe this is a Nolee doll, but this is just a Nolee head because this Nolee has been rebodied onto a live body. Now, I didn't really know anything about live bodies. I'm not familiar with the doll line, so let me know in the comments if you have live dolls and you love your lives. But the reason this seller rebodies them is because Live dolls are extremely articulated, and My Scene dolls, especially the older ones, were not. But here's the challenge I found in giving Nolee a makeover. I had the hardest time finding clothes for her because Live bodies are more young women. Plus, I think they're a little shorter than Barbie. So all of the Barbie clothes that I had weren't really working for this Nolee with a Live body. Until, look at this fabulous outfit. This blue glittery thing is actually a two-piece. So it worked out so well. Gave her a cute, sassy little Keith Haring handbag, a nice long pearl necklace, and putting Nolee in these great, tall stormtrooper boots gave her some needed height. This doll actually has incredible hair. Taking it out of those pigtails was so great. It is thick and just healthy, nice, rich, thick hair. I love how nice this doll turned out. And look at that beautiful face. Oh yeah. She is so sassy. And now we're giving Weird Barbie a complete makeover. Now, I don't have a problem with Weird Barbie. I think she's super cute. I loved her spiky hair with all the different colors in it. I loved her cute little baby doll dress and her knee-high like snakeskin boots. She had so much fashion to her, but I wanted to glam her up a little bit. So now I use watercolor pencils when I want to touch up my dolls, usually makeup-wise, but this time I was using them as a concealer. So it was really hard to match the tone of her skin. And these colors sort of mix together really nicely to create a sort of base with which to put actual concealer over the top of it. Now, I didn't want to do anything permanent, like with paint, because I want her to be able to go back to her face with her artsy, fun little drawings on it. I think it's fun. So these pencils are water soluble. So the concealer I'm using and the color pencils, they're all removable. Granted, I didn't get it perfect, but it looks pretty good from a distance. And here she is. I also tamed her hair and gave her just a nice, sleek, short haircut. Beautiful jewelry, a beautiful gown. It fits her so nicely. So yeah, you can't even really tell that she's got markings on her face. Weird Barbie who? She's so glamorous. Next, we have a Fairytopia Barbie. Now, this one was probably my biggest challenge. I found this one at a toy show for, I want to say $2, $5. So she was very inexpensive and definitely needed some help. I don't mind that she's got a permanent sort of bodysuit on her because I can always hide that under clothes. But what I didn't want were these giant wings. So I'm pulling those babies off. And man, they did not want to come off easily. It looks like maybe someone had super glued them in. The first one popped out fairly easily, but the second one was not going to give. I had to get some needle nose pliers and yank that off. And I didn't want to ruin her wings. Fortunately, they're pretty durable plastic, so even if I did want to put her wings back on, they're fine. Another thing is that this doll had glitter makeup. Now, when I first saw this doll, I thought, oh, this doll must have come with glitter makeup that kids could apply. And this was done sort of sloppily by their previous owner. But no, believe it or not, that glitter was done with such a heavy hand by the factory. Pictures of this doll all over the internet show the same thing. Heavy, heavy glitter, sort of sloppy glitter on the lips and on the eyes. So I wanted that to come off. Of course, I didn't want to damage her real face makeup. So at first I tried some Lancome makeup remover. That didn't budge. Then I tried some isopropyl alcohol. That really didn't budge it either. What I found that finally worked was when it was damp, my thumbnail was able to scrape it off. And after that, I grabbed like a metal cuticle remover and scraped it all off. You can see on this side where I've gotten the glitter off and the other side that I still have to do. And then, oh my goodness, a beauty emerged. This is my favorite makeover. Look at Elina. Look at her now. No wings, no glitter. She's got amazing hair, which changes color apparently in water. And I've given her this gorgeous full skirt with kind of a casual top and a belt, earrings, and a nice, clean, made-up face. This is absolutely stunning and by far my favorite. So my husband has this Squiggy doll. I don't care for this doll. One that my husband picked up and said, look what I got for you. And I was like, great. It's the 1977 Laverne and Shirley Squiggy. I have to confess, he is creepy AF to me. And this doll lives with all the rest of my male dolls. I did a video a while back ranking all of my male dolls, and Squiggy came in last. I've tried to let Squiggy go multiple times, but husband thinks he's funny and wants to hang on to Squiggy, even though he creeps me out. By the way, he came as a set in 1977 with the Lenny, you know, from Laverne and Shirley, Lenny and Squiggy. I actually wouldn't mind getting the Lenny. I mean, who doesn't love Michael McKean? Spinal Tap, am I right? But the Squiggy. Hello. So I thought, all right, fine. Maybe I'll have more love for Squiggy if I gave him a makeover. So I figured a really good makeover for Squiggy would be to dress him in finery. So I gave him a Victorian outfit, and when I first showed my husband, he said, he looks like a nerdy vampire. So then I was like, aha, light bulb, let me turn him into a vampire. So here is Count Squiggy the vampire. First of all, look at that classy suit. This is actually from like a Rhett Butler doll. And it looks so good on him. Okay, don't laugh. You're going to laugh anyway. Go ahead and laugh. But that was as good as I could get the vampire fangs. But I kind of like it though. I mean, one of the things that I didn't like about this doll is that his tongue is kind of sticking out in his smile. Like he's like, and I don't like that. So painting the inside of his mouth black so that I could then like really get the fangs to stand out kind of took care of that problem. Plus I also touched up some like bald spots in his head, so that turned out actually pretty good. He looks brand new now. So I was like, husband, what do you think about the fangs? He's like, it just looks like he's missing some teeth. I gotta say though, Squiggy is less creepy to me as a vampire than he is as his regular self. Go figure. Here is another My Scene doll that I got at a toy show recently. She is, I think, an older My Scene doll. I believe this is a Kenzie, and she's very loosey-goosey. Like her articulation is just, it's flopping everywhere. Plus, I hate this outfit that she's wearing. So she definitely needed a makeover. Also, I believe that this Kenzie's hair has been cut. But whoever cut her hair did an incredible job because it looks like it's supposed to be that way. I could be wrong. Maybe there is a Kenzie out there that came with this cute, great layered sort of curled haircut, but I don't think so. I think this was just a really good doll cut. Kenzie also had a little bit of lip paint that had come off, so I just touched that up really quickly. It's not perfect, but it's better than it was before. And now, look at how beautiful she is. Earrings, what a gorgeous face. Look at her shoes. She got rid of those ridiculous My Scene, like, big feet. They're so strange. I can't stand those. And now has these delicate, dainty crystal shoes. Matches perfectly with her gold dress and little, like, fur stole. Now she just exudes elegance and class. And then we have a vintage Midge from the 1960s. Now, the thing about Midge from the 60s is that I always thought she looked like Barbie's friend who looked different than Barbie, right? Like, much younger, with this sweet little freckled face and wide eyes and the, like, curled hair flip. So I decided to turn Midge into a woman. And here she is. Look at how beautiful Midge looks. She's all grown up now. Yes, Midge's eyelashes are a little long and I'm having a hard time, like, keeping them from drooping. But it gives her so much more of a feminine adult look, especially in this evening gown. She is going to a gala. This last one isn't so much of a makeover as it is a fix. And it's a fix that I did to this 1978 Kissing Barbie. I got her from a thrift store and her lips were kind of messed up. There was no color on them. So what did I do? I colored them with red Sharpie. Big mistake. I didn't know what I was doing back then. Well, I still kind of don't know what I'm doing half the time, but better than red Sharpie, because clearly that Sharpie bled out and poor Kissing Barbie just looked ridiculous. I even considered letting her go, but I decided to give it a shot and try lifting out the ink using the old peroxide, benzoyl peroxide and sun treatment. This has worked with one or two other dolls I had, particularly in Monster High Cleo, where the ink just completely vanished. So applied the benzoyl peroxide, put plastic over her face, took her outside, and let her stay out there for several hours in the hot June sunshine. Brought her back in, took the plastic off, and oh my gosh, will you look at that? The ink has lifted. Except now we're kind of back to where we were when I first got this doll, and that is no lip color. And there was also kind of like some damage to her lip too, but that's okay. I feel like if we put some lip color over it, that might conceal it a little bit. And now here she is with those beautiful red lips, a nice hairbrush, in her original dress, looking absolutely beautiful. So there we are. I took 10 of my least favorite dolls and turned them from meh to marvelous. Which one would you say was your favorite? Are you maybe gonna do this with any of your dolls? Maybe as a No by June challenge, take 5 of your least favorite dolls and see what you can do with them to just make them feel a more valuable and beloved part of your collection. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!